All right, gonna get some writing in today. Getting some writing. Hooah! Come on. Excuse me. Positivity, Chad Hoey. Positivity. I'm positive I ate way too much breakfast burrito today for lunch. Positive I'm going to be burping a lot. Other than that, the sky's the limit on my positivity. I cannot spell today. Wow. Whew, how you been, Chad? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? There's Mr. Frank. Oh, yeah, uneventful. How about you? Yeah, uneventful. It was good. We had 30 something people here. Tom Duffy was here. Amanda Ward was here. 30-something other people were here. Fantastic Ira beard injured, by the way. Well, thank you. This is my newest one, Run to the Hills. Only worn it a couple, 3 times. I started Rebelsis again this morning for weight loss. And then I had a cup of coffee this morning. When you take it, you got to wait 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes before you can eat or drink anything. Look like maybe a Number of the Beast one. No, I have the Number of the Beast one. But this is the Run to the Hills, from the Run to the Hills maxi single, which I also had. Had Run to the Hills on it, and I think like 2 live tracks. From back in the day. It's the same. I mean, Derek Rigg is the same. It's the same guy who draws all of them. What's the Number of the Beast 6? I don't get it. I put my fan on. It's getting a little warm. It wasn't supposed to be really warm today. So I'm waiting for this Rebelsis to kick in over the next 2-3 days. And really make me nauseous. That keeps me from eating. However, today for lunch I made 2 giant breakfast burritos. Which is 1 breakfast burrito too many. I cut up like a half a sausage link. Broke up some imitation crab meat. I had green and red peppers, onions, scrambled egg, cheese. No mushroom. And I can't fold them. I just cannot fold a friggin' burrito. No matter how big or small I make them, they always just open up. So then I had to do the knife and fork to it. Don't use scissors on my breakfast burrito. It was delicious, but now I'm burping it back up. Imitation crab for breakfast, freaking right? Is that like if I liked hollandaise sauce, I would have put some of that on it. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna cut up this half a link of sausage. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I still have some imitation crab meat from my pizza the other night. You know what? I'm gonna cut some of this up and throw little pieces of this inside as well. Then I was like, I can make shrimp now. That's more work. This is good enough. Then I had my 1 cup of coffee. I'm like, I'm not gonna have another cup of coffee because then I feel like I'm gonna be in the bathroom 100 times. Definitely not mushroom coffee. After starting Rebelsis on the same day. That would probably kill me. The key to the burrito fold is bringing in the sides before you start to roll. And it doesn't, no matter how I do it, like I was like, all right, I do the ends, I do it like a roll. No. If I fold in the sides first and then it still opens up. Somebody told me put some water on it and then flip it. That didn't work. No matter what I do. And it's not like, oh, because there's too much stuff in the burrito. The thing is because I'm making the burrito. And then my wife just, boom, she just does it like it's nothing. Like she's from Mexico. I'd say normally I just make quesadillas for everything. You know, you put all the stuff on one side, you fold it over, you flip it a couple times, done. Half of it spills out, so be it. I also ran out of tortilla shells now. Those were the last two. And my wife would get me the small ones, which are fine. But I was like, no, give me the big ones because then I could fold them. But that ain't gonna work. Well, there's a video for you teaching you something. You know what? That'd be a 45-minute video, and at the end I'd be like, well, let me get a knife and fork. Let me just eat this like you just poured a bunch of ingredients on a plate, and I'll rip off pieces of the tortilla shell and content. Yesterday I had 851 hours viewed, which is not great. And then this morning I opened it up and looked, because that's the first thing I look at, 845 hours, which means overnight I lost 6 hours because of the rolling 365 days. I was like, wow, a year ago, for some reason, 6 hours got watched. So that was a little depressing. But I'm up to 930 something followers now. That thing you created a time machine. I did. I created a time machine. The video that I put out Wednesday night, I don't think it has a ton of views. So that was basically like, hey, look at all the coffee that I have. Basically, was that video. Sunday, though, I'm going to do another writing video. I just don't know which one from my list I'm going to do. I'm drinking ginger ale. I think I'm going to pour another ginger ale into the glass because there's still ice in it. I do love me some ginger ale. This is Canada Dry. It's all good. All good. So I'm going to write a little bit, and then I'm going to not write a little bit anymore. Just take a break. I'm tired. Does that mean you're sick? Usually if there's ginger ale in my house, it's because someone is sick. No. I just like ginger ale. I think as a kid, you only had it because you were sick. And I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I want to be sick. I don't know. Yesterday I went to lunch with old Mike. Man, that made that even worse. Old Mike went to the Japanese buffet. He seemed to enjoy it. Hadn't seen him in a couple of months. Caught up a little bit. It was all good. How did he wear the hat? He wore no hats. I wore a hat. I figured I wore this hat. He did not wear a hat, which is weird. Apparently, him and Tall Mike, they had gone to lunch at some point, so he caught me up on that. But they did not do the lunch last month that me or Amanda didn't go to. No mention was made of anything. No mention was made of Mondo Con or really anything. Tom D come around much? No. Tom's too busy watching television and reading books. Tom was here he was here at my house for Thanksgiving. He is a nerd. Even though he lives upstairs at my mother-in-law's house. And my wife is there every Tuesday all day, every Thursday night, and every Sunday all day. She never sees him. He never comes downstairs. Drowning Devil 12. Hello. Is Tall Mike also Black Mike? Well, it's Black Mike because he's black, but because he wears black shirts. Yes, he wears a lot of black shirts, but he wears a lot of comic book and anime shirts. We should call him Anime Mike. We should call young Mike Marvel movie Mike, because that's all he talks about. But anyway, I had a lot of seafood yesterday at the Japanese steakhouse. I like that place, steakhouse, Japanese buffet. Tonight, my wife is making us chili, which is good. I'm gonna have to definitely take a heartburn pill. I love chili, but I get such bad agita. I'll be up all night, dry heaving. But Tall Mike is moving to Georgia, around where Wynn lives. Him and his girlfriend moving in together. So I'm not sure if I'll see him around. Chili beans or no beans? Here's my thing. I'm not from Texas. I don't care about your stupid rules. So you put beans in it. The more beans, the better. Bean that chili up! Keep forgetting all the windows are open. I'm screaming. Yeah, amen, sister is right. My wife will make some cornbread. What I do is I put the cornbread on the bottom of the bowl. Then I pour the chili right on top, and then I break it up, and it soaks up all of the juices. That's how I eat it. My wife eats chili with Fritos. I mean, also a good way to do it. I go potato or rice. You need something to soak up all the chili juice. Because then it just makes everything taste better. Fritos it is, right? First time she pulled out that trick, I was like, whoa! Who am I dating? So it should be good. And she'll go, oh, I'm not going to make a lot. And it'll be enough for like 10 people. And then I'll eat 2 bowls tonight and be nauseous because I ate too much. And then I'll have it for like lunch for the next 2-3 days. That makes it like walking taco chili. Yes, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to take your word for it. It is Positive Friday. So I'm positive that it's something. Man, I love ginger ale. Every now and then I remember, she's like, what do you want? What do you want from the store besides your water? I get the Propel lemon water. They never have it. You always have to order it. And then they deliver it. And every now and then I'm like, you know what? I want some, give me a jug of green tea. Then I get on a green tea kick for a couple weeks. But then every now and then I'm like, you know what I really want? What I really, really want? I want some ginger ale. So then she gets me the 12-pack cans, but they're buy one, get one free. There's your next video. Walk and taco and talk. There you go. So there you go. I've been on a 4-month lemonade kick. I'm a fan of lemonade. I'm a big fan of lemonade. My wife, like for Thanksgiving, she made sweet tea, and she makes it 40,000 pounds of sugar. She makes it because she's from the South. And I always say, hey, can we buy a gallon of lemonade from Publix? Because what I like to do is I do the sweet tea. Half sweet tea, I do the Arnold Palmer. Half sweet tea, half lemonade. But then I find myself, after the fact, because she's just making it, so it only lasts a day or two. Then I find that I just like drinking lemonade. It's just delicious. I'm also a fan, Chad, of pink lemonade. Pink lemonade is also very good. When you're Mr. Beast big on YouTube, I'll be your producer. I would love that, Frank. I would love that. I watched a writer lady-like woman, who, in her first full year doing YouTube, she made $631,000. Which is pretty, I mean, that's pretty decent. You really can't complain if you're making that much money. So I was just like, all right, you know what? I'll take it. You know, I would like that. You know what I would like? $500 a month. That would be outrageous. I'm sure she complained. No, she was actually very humble and very thankful. Why is this paused? Did she walk on the Brazilian beach in a bikini? No. She was an older woman, meaning older than me. And she's a writer. And she's not like a huge, like she's somebody. She's had like 4 books out. She makes a lot more money doing it. But basically her videos are all about her writing journey. She does one video every 2 weeks. Every other Saturday, she posts a video. And she basically catches up on the last 2 weeks. She'll tell you all what she's written and what she's working on and the pros and the cons of the week. Big video a couple weeks ago about all the scams going around, and she got like 87,000 followers or something. She sells merchandise. She sells her books on there. Everything. She got a great little system. She was humble. Does that mean the Iron Sheik did untoward things to uncomfortable her body? Well, the Iron Sheik. We were talking about the Iron Sheik yesterday. Me and old Mike. Talking about old school wrestling. Not sure why now. Told him about the time that I met Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream. Dusty Rhodes. That was my Dusty Rhodes impression. Uh-oh, here come the crows. Can't be good. I was never a WCW guy, but I'm pretty sure there was a Dusty Rhodes doc, and I watched it. Yeah, there was a Dark Side of the Ring episode of him, and then I think there was a documentary as well. I was never a WCW guy either. I was an NWA guy back in the day. Maybe I didn't. Sometimes I confuse him with Ric Flair. Woo! Yeah, I would watch as an impressionable child. Me and my brother would watch Georgia Championship Wrestling, Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, World Class Championship Wrestling from Texas, AWA, NWA. I was not really a huge WWF guy back then because we were reading all of the magazines back then and seeing what was happening, and that certain guys were being repackaged. You know, they'd be in all the territories. You know, what's his name was World Class Championship Wrestling, the Dingo Warrior. And then he showed up in other territories, and then WWF all of a sudden he's the Ultimate Warrior. That's just a dingo warrior. I was out by the time they went to WWE. Panda Bears. Yeah. I watched it in the 80s and a little bit into the 90s, but not much. But then I got out of it, and then I started dating my second ex-wife. She wasn't the ex-wife at the time. We were still dating. And we were flipping around looking for something on TV one night, and I'm like, here, find something. And I went to the bathroom and came out, and she was watching wrestling. I'm like, you watch this? And she's like, yeah. I said, man, I haven't seen this in forever. And that was the Attitude Era stuff. Did he affect an Australian accent when he was the Dingo Warrior? No, he still just talked in weird, cryptic messages that made no sense. You know, like he did as the Ultimate Warrior. And then when my son was about 4 years old, that would have been about 2000, then he loved wrestling, so then we would watch wrestling together, the two of us. And then he would always have me find old wrestling videos on the computer, which back then was not as easy as it is today. So he went about 10 years. He was a big wrestling fan, and I would watch stuff with him. But now I don't know hardly any of these people. It's not the same, it's not the same it used to be. There's not blood everywhere. They're not beating each other up with chairs because of concussions and stuff. Anyway, me and Mike talked about that. Took you 2 days to download a 5-minute match. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Like, literally, I'm going to work. Don't anybody touch my computer. I'm trying to, the Road Warriors, I'm trying to download this promo they did that's 98 seconds long. And by the time I get home tonight from a 12-hour shift, it should be almost done. Yeah, like Napster. It's like, hey, there's tons of porn on this. Yeah, but you know what? There's also a lot of wrestling videos, too. So I'm going to just download all of them. Yeah, right, yeah, don't pick up the phone, that's right. Don't anybody touch the phone. You get home like, who screwed with the phone? Because all my videos are paused. Now I got to start all over again. Because now that person who was sharing it is not on anymore. And then you'd have to go through, because everybody had mislabeled everything, and everybody you'd go to work and be like, oh my God, did you hear that new, did you hear the Judas Priest song, Number of the Beast? I'm like, it's not a Judas Priest song, it's an Iron Maiden song. No, it's not, I got it on Napster. No, you didn't. People are idiots on Napster. All my porn has Ernest P. Worrell's face on it now. Stupid call waiting. I don't even get that. Who the hell's Ernest P. Worrells? And I gotta look Ernest P. Worrells up. Oh, Ernest. It'd be Jim Varney. He's dead now, right? I did know it is. I just didn't know the name. Like, if you had said Ernest, I would have been like, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he went to jail. And he went camping in something. Right? Didn't he go to the army? He went to a bunch of places. My mother loved those movies. Absolutely loved them. I'm like, seriously? Yeah. Loved them. What is this? I keep getting spam. Should I send updated pricing of the 22.6 health plans? And then I say, F off. Then I block and report to spam. Then I delete it. I get like 4 of those a day now. Ernest Says Christmas is almost good as Christmas Vacation. Seriously, that good? I don't think I've ever seen any of the Ernest movies. It's interesting. I don't watch many Christmas movies. Here's my hot take. Elf was alright. I would never watch it again. Santa Claus with Tim, what's his name? Nah. Die Hard, phenomenal movie. Yeah, there's certain ones that, and now we'll get into the. Now we're gonna get into the with what 3 weeks till Christmas or less. We're gonna get into the 24 hours of the same movie. Like A Christmas Carol. I hope I don't see any Christmas movies. And that's not being negative, that's just being sensible. Ooh, I keep burping up this stuff. Give me Emmett Honor, Ernest Saves Christmas, Christmas Vacation, and Scrooged. Scrooge was good. I liked Scrooged. I would maybe see that again. I mean, Christmas Vacation is a fucking classic. I can't think of any other Christmas movies that I want to see. My wife maybe watched that Christmas one with the like whatever it's called, Red One or whatever. You know, the Rock and that other dude. And I was like, she's like, oh, that was good. I'm like, yeah. Guardian of the Galaxy Christmas Special is a new must-watch from every year. I didn't even know that was a thing. Miser Brothers. Pretty much best in the ranking. Like Rudolph, you know, is still a great one. Anytime we're watching anything, we're watching Josh Gates, we're watching, and he's like, oh, it's or Oak Island, and they're like, oh, you know, there's silver and gold, and then Shelley Owenbeck starts going, silver and gold, silver and gold. Classic, just classic. Anything from Third Base and Rankin that was good. You know what I'm saying? You know, Pop goes a Christmas Weasel because the Christmas Weasel goes Pop. Guardian's great. Mantis and Drax steal Kevin Bacon and give him to start as a Christmas present. I only saw the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I thought it was alright. I was never a big fan of the comic book. Just like I was never a big fan of the Deadpool comic book. I don't know. Too hokey. And then the movies, for me, But I'm not a big comic book movie guy anyway, so can't take my word for any of that. You see who, like Warner Brothers or somebody, or Netflix? Netflix just bought Warner Brothers, including HBO and all that. Of all the Guardian movies, as Marvel Comics stuff goes, probably my favorite of all the IP. Okay. Are they still making those movies, or is there any more on the horizon? Or is Chris Pratt just like, I'm done, I'm just too big for this? I don't think that merger is official yet. I just saw a thing on it this morning. I just read the headline, first couple of lines. If it does happen, then Netflix will have a even bigger selection of things I probably don't want to watch. I don't follow any of the MCU news. I definitely don't follow any DC Comics news. Ginger ale. I'll say it again. Ginger ale. Drink of the gods. Wonder where Nick is, you know? What the hell happened to Nick this week? I gotta watch the newest Fantastic Four abortion. I don't understand why nobody can get that right. Because I think it seems like they just put too much into it. Here's my problem with all superhero movies. Batman, Superman, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. Let's reboot it 47 times and tell the same origin story. But let's convolute it with something else that we're going to make up that has nothing to do with the comic books or anything like that. Let's just add a bunch of other stuff because we want to make it original. And I'm like, people want to watch those movies because they like Superman or Batman or Spider-Man or whatever. You know, just calm down. Nick posted his Spotify Unwrapped stuff, and it said he listens to golden oldies from the 50s. I didn't see that coming. Yeah. I didn't see that coming either. That's an interesting one. Maybe that's what his imaginary girlfriend listens to when they're making whoopee. Kids still say that, right? Kids still say making whoopee. He probably watches guitar be a sock hops on YouTube. Yeah. Guitar for a sock, yeah. What are you watching? Oh, just some old Dick Clark. Oh, we're just watching some Dick Clark episodes on YouTube. Listen to them on Spotify. So I've heard the two Megadeth songs that they've released. Even though this is Positive Friday, I was not positive about either of them, to be honest with you. The first one was alright. The second one I did not like, and his vocals are so friggin' weak now. It's basically he's just doing his, what I call his, what was that movie with Tom Cruise? Legend? Where like the goblins, they talk all weird. That's what he sounds like now. He sounds like he's doing his goblin voice. I heard the new GNR song this morning. I bet you didn't even know there's a new GNR. I did only because Brian Smith had commented that there's two GNR songs out. But I'm not gonna rush out and listen to them because I heard there's two Megadeth songs and I was just like, nah. How's the new GNR? I think he said one of them was just an outtake from the Chinese Democracy album. Yeah. That's the problem. That's the problem with any music past 1990. Very, very few solid songs. Very few. It sounds like something from Chinese Democracy, which is probably the song that Brian Smith was talking about. That basically it's just a revamped version with Slash playing the guitar part. I don't know. Like anytime I get in the car, I put the Metallica station on. And anything from like Black Album on, 99% of the time I'm like, this song is boring. There's no hook to it. James thinks he's a singer and he's not. There's hardly any guitar solos, and when there are, they're just like some hard rock guitar solo. There's no crunchiness. There's just nothing about them. Any of these songs, and the titles are stupid. The lyrics are just innocuously dumb. Like, what are you guys even singing about? Like, it's like somebody came up with some cool phrase. Hey, let's write a song called "Moths to the Flame." What's it about? Who cares? That's a cool title. You're right, Lars. That is a cool title. Here, Lars, play the drums like you play on every other song. Although Less Metallica had a few good tunes on it, I really dig If Darkness Had a Sun. Again, stupid title. Would the kid be Little Darkness? You don't know. Do they address that in the lyrics? No. Every album has like one or two decent, what I call hard rock songs, but nothing compared to those first few albums. Even now, when those songs, like I'm like, and all of a sudden like Damage Incorporated come on, I'm like, this is just a great song. This is Metallica to me, not If Darkness Had a Sun. Just dumb. And those album covers, they keep showing the thumbnails. I'm like, these album covers are just awful. Like, God, they're just really stupid and bad. I'll get off your lawn. Yeah, I would appreciate it. I'm like, I can't listen to this anymore. Unless they have a concert on it. I'm like, all right, what year is this from? All right. Oh, this is like from 2008. Oh, I'll listen to this because there should be maybe half the songs that I'll like. The same with the Bon Jovi channel. It's all the new stuff. It's like I get it. You know, you want to plug all the new stuff that's coming out. You know, anything from the last 10 years. But I'm like, can't you play, I don't know, Bad Medicine one time? I don't even love that song. Can't you play some B-sides and stuff? Edge of a Broken Heart. What a great song that is. Took Your Road was the last great Bon Jovi song. That is a great song. I want to tell you what the problem with Tokyo Road is. I didn't understand a word she said. And then a couple lines later, he says, she whispered something about midnight. How do you know that? That's all. Anything off of 1700 degrees Fahrenheit has a very distinctive sound to it, which I like. You know, I'm like, you put on a Bon Jovi song and you're like, all right, oh, is that from Slippery When Wet? Is that from the first? Whatever. But you put some songs on and you're like, oh my God, this is definitely from 7800. Japanese women are really good at pronouncing the word midnight. I guess they are. So he should have said, I only understood one word she said. And then you're like, oh, I wonder what word she said. Then she whispered something about midnight. Oh, okay. Midnight, that's the word. That would make more sense. I learned that on Guitar vs. Science. I gotta watch. Are there any more of those? Like, has he put out any more AI of those, or no? I was enjoying those for a little while there. I've just been watching a lot of the how much money I make on YouTube now ones. Oh yeah, he puts them out all the time. I'm gonna have to go over there after my nap this afternoon, of course. Check that out. Because those are definitely fun. I think he did one on Dead Janie Lane recently. Whoa, alright. Yeah, I'll have to watch him. I've been watching a lot of that guy, the chef guy, who basically craps all over everybody making food that deserves to get crapped on. That guy's pretty good. So he did one on Dead Jenny Lee, not the live. No, not Barefoot Contessa, not that guy. Oh, goodness, not that guy. I like how upset you are, how much you hate her. I barely even know who the hell she is. Which I think is funny. Guess what time it is, Frank? Talk amongst yourselves. See where the hell Nick is. We still gotta ask him that question. Ugh. Just had a pee. Nice. There's so many good emojis. Good times. What do you got planned this weekend, Frank? Anything exciting? It's cold. I'm planning on being cold and unhappy. Oh, that's not good. Unhappy? Don't be unhappy. I mean, you can be cold. Love me some ginger ale. I am planning nothing this weekend. Tomorrow, my daughter's supposed to come over, and her and Shelly are supposed to go to lunch. Because my daughter was sick at Thanksgiving and she didn't come up. Then, my son is supposed to come up later in the afternoon and help Shelly put up the Christmas tree and all that. I will not be helping as much as possible. That is not my thing. That makes me cold and unhappy. Like, I'll be like, you need me to just bring 47 tubs in from the garage? All right, I'll do it. You want me to put ornaments on the Christmas tree? I'm out. So, That's her will be. Then Sunday she goes to her mother's. I'll shoot another writing video Sunday. Watch a little bit of football. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. I might even get to the next page on this. Want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe here on Twitch, and also to follow me on YouTube and watch a couple videos. What you writing on anyway? I'm writing on because Tom Duffy, after a week or more, let me see when the last time I wrote this. Last Friday. So in a week, Tom finally last night at 2 a.m. Wrote the next chapter on this. Chapter 42, so now I'm writing chapter 43. And then it'll be another week before he friggin' does. So I have to go back and look and go, where are we even in this story? I don't even know where we are in this thing. All the ginger ale gone, but not all the ginger ale. I still got like 14 cans left. I'm good. Don't you worry about me. together was whooping some ass when you last ever. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, okay, so my chapter left off with McEdler was against 12 ninjas. And they all had throwing stars they were ready to throw at him. What was he going to do? But he does this spinning leg kick. Takes them all out. He kicks the Chinese stars as they're coming at him. And of course, he does a full 360 and he knocks, and all the stars manage to go into ninjas' necks. You should introduce Dr. McZinn. Yeah. You know, if Nick would show up once in a while, then I would. I said I'm not going to do anything until January. Starting in January, I'm going to. I think I'm going to go I'm going to go to noon. That's really bad for Chad, or for Nick, for anybody, Tom, whoever. It doesn't matter. I can do this at any time. It just cuts into your egg watching time, which is probably good for you. Then I'm going to do a couple of nights, the Tuesday and Thursday night thing. Probably not starting New Year's Day, because that's a Thursday. But that Friday I'll start it. Yeah, Chad McHoey. I call him Chad Daddy McHoey. Now I get to the next page. If Nick Zinn's around, now's your time to speak up or forever hold your peace. No, Nick. Alright, I'm wrapping this up. I'm done with this writing thing for today. This is a fool's game. I believe that was a Michael Bolton song back when he was a rocker. You ever listen to that, Frank? I think I played it on my radio show one time when you were listening. I played me some Michael Bolton. Today, you listen to it today? That does make sense. Alright. I'm out. You have a great weekend. I hope you're not as cold and unhappy as you feel like you're going to be. And I will see you on the other side on Monday. We will do this again. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody please follow me on YouTube.